Hello, all you internet people. Now, of course, I'm recording this in February. As it is, this will be posted in March. I'm thinking the 17th. So correct me if that's not when this is being published. At the moment, I've got to fill out my, monthly quota of reviews, so I figure I ought to review the new Safdie Brothers movie, Uncut Gems. Now let me just say, I come out here in the hallway. I'll tell you what I see, okay? This door here, wide open, letting all this cold, frosty air in. It's gonna waste all the heat. So I come out here, I notice that some idiot left the door open, so I say, wham, closed. This is what I film on. I film on a mousetrap box. And not even the good mousetrap either, the one from 2005. That's right. That's the budget I've got here. So I'm not a pro film critic, but I figure I had to give you my thoughts on Uncut Gems. Now, if you know me, you know I like Adam Sandler. I think that he's a very funny guy. Now, my taste in humor will differ a little from the average film goer. Like, for instance, I thought the Ghostbusters 2016 movie was very good. And mainly, the problem that prevented Ghostbusters 2016 from being made was that, Harold Ramis is dead. Guess what? Harold Ramis is a Ghostbuster no one cares about. He's just this nerd. I'm detecting a bacteria. Bill Murray's funny, Dan Aykroyd's funny, Ernie Hudson is necessary. I don't need Harold Ramis. No one cares about Harold Ramis. He's not funny. Okay, so I thought 2016 Ghostbusters was fine. Why was everyone complaining? It's got some great jokes. I love Leslie Jones. I like Kate McKinnon. I like Kristen Wiig. I like Melissa McCarthy. What's a problem with it? And now I see this new trailer for this new Ghostbusters, and it looks bad. It's got, 5-year-olds in it, and Paul Rudd. Either you do a Ghostbusters 3, or you do a Ghostbusters reboot. You don't need to make Ghostbusters Afterlife. Actually, if I remember it right, I think I even saw the trailer for Ghostbusters Afterlife in the movie theater, and I didn't even realize it was a Ghostbuster trailers at first, because that's how unremarkable it was. It looked like a crappy teen comedy, and then I realized, wait, this is Ghostbusters? Because it happens in some dumb hick farm town, and then Bill Murray is in the trailer for 1 second, so I assume he'll only be in the movie for 1 minute. And that doesn't look good. I mean, the whole thing doesn't look very good. So like I said, Ghostbusters 2016 was pretty funny. I don't know how funny this Ghostbusters Afterlife thing is going to be. I mean, it'll just be more nostalgia pandering. But my point being, chiefly, that I think Ghostbusters 2016 is pretty funny. I thought it was pretty funny. And my tastes of humor seem to differ with a lot of people. For instance, this one guy says, I don't like Ghostbusters 2016, and a lot of people said I was sexist. And I swear I'm not sexist, it's just not a good movie. And what I say to that is, maybe you're not sexist, you just don't know what funny is, and you have too much nostalgia for an 80s comedy that isn't going to get a third part to it. And maybe you need to recognize the Ghostbusters isn't God, and they did what they could. And they got Leslie Jones, and Chris Hemsworth, and Kate McKinnon, and it was very funny. Okay? So, I thought Ghostbusters 2016 was funny. I'm getting off track here. Adam Sandler. I like Adam Sandler. I think Adam Sandler is one of the funniest comedians of all time. Everyone talks about how great Chris Farley was and how great his legacy is. He's funny. I like Tommy Boy with David Spade. I haven't seen any David Spade movies lately. It'd be great if there was a David Spade movie, because in Tommy Boy, David Spade is just as funny as Chris Farley. But, Adam Sandler has always been funny. You know what I call Click? Incredible speculative fiction. I want a remote that does stuff, Why does everyone hate on Click? And why does everyone hate on Grown Ups? I've never even seen Grown Ups, and yet the cultural stigma around it's got Chris Rock and David Spade and Adam Sandler. Can that be a bad movie? I don't think it can. Ever. But my point being, I think, Adam Sandler gets such a bad rap. He's pretty funny. I'll admit, his cartoon wasn't that funny, 8 Crazy Nights, but most of what he's done is hilarious. You got Bill Messin, you got, Big Daddy, you got The Water Boy, you got Happy Gilmore, you got, Hurley Boy, Lunch Ladyland, Schmidt's Gay, all these classic stuff, He's in some classic stuff. He's a top actor, okay? And he's very funny. He's very funny. I don't think I could watch Adam Sandler being a doofus, and not crack up. There's even like Lil Nicky. Was Lil Nicky that bad, as everyone remembers? I don't think it was that bad. There's a little product placement, sure, but it's got Rodney Dangerfield right before he dies. I have some respect for Lil Nicky. It's an okay movie. I'd say Lil Nicky is as good a theological comedy as Kevin Smith's Dogma, if not more funny, because Dogma doesn't have Adam Sandler. Everything is made better with Adam Sandler. I really liked Jack and Jill. I think I'd put it in the top 10 movies of the past decade. It was so good. It was Adam Sandler playing his own crazy sister, and I bought it. I thought he was legitimately a woman. Well, not really, of course. I know he's a guy. But my point being, his performance as his own sister blew my mind. It was incredible. And then, the female Adam Sandler falls in love with Al Pacino. Amazing. It's like, it's one of Al Pacino's greatest roles of his entire career. It's up there with Dog Day Afternoon. It's a return to form for him. Adam Sandler comes in the donut shop and he says, "What's my name? Dunkachino. A Dunkachino." My point being, I think people hate Adam Sandler because he's still alive, and people love Chris Farley because he's dead. But, I think they're kind of equally funny. You watch the old grandma skit where Adam Sandler is the grandma, it's pretty funny. I gotta say, and Chris Farley is the grandson, and then Rob Schneider is the trickster, or I don't even know if Rob Schneider is a trickster. It's a good sketch, and Adam Sandler is very funny. And to anyone who says that Adam Sandler has lost his touch or whatever, he hasn't. He's the same silly goofus that he was back in 1990. He's aged, you can tell that he's aged, but I think he could still have an incredible comedy in him. Now, what I can't stand is everyone who says, "Why don't you try to be dramatic?" I can't imagine him as being dramatic. I've seen him in too many funny movies where he plays a big goofus, so I thought Uncut Gems would not be that good. Because in the trailer, he looks like he is Al Pacino. He looks like a crook. He looks like a ne'er-do-well. I thought in the movie, he's going to be a criminal. I thought it was going to be an uptight, tense, drama and it would be too dramatic. And I don't like dramatic Sandler. I like funny Sandler. You know, if there's a Grown Ups 3, why isn't there at least a Jack and Jill 2? I would love to see him play his own sister again. It was hilarious. But, you know, I thought Uncut Gems will not be that good. But I went to see it anyway, because it's got Adam Sandler, and I can't let Adam Sandler down. I gotta give him the money. I gotta pay him for any performance he's in. Even if it's a drama, I figured I'll go in, check it out, see what all the hype is. Wow, was I pleasantly surprised. The trailer makes it look like he's a criminal. And on the poster, he's holding his nose and he has a nosebleed. And he's looking up like, oh, I shouldn't have gone to a life of crime because now my nose is all busted up. But actually, guess what? He doesn't do anything illegal in the movie, mostly. He's just kind of like an honest jewel dealer. And he just is a hapless doofus. And he just has a pretty shit day. It's just a movie about Adam Sandler and his day sucks. Everything doesn't work out for him. So the plot is, he's taken a loan from some low-down hoodlums. And again, I don't like movies set in New York much, but, you know, I don't know, I could tolerate it. And again, this movie has a very, very cool vibe. Like, you know, no matter what anyone says, that, you know, the 2010s, nothing defines the 2010s, I think it is. It's a Knowledge Hub video. Wow, does this movie reek of 2012 when it's set? Or maybe that's just the really 80s-ish. I don't know if I define them as 90s-ish or 80s-ish or what, but there's some very trippy graphics in here. Like, the soundtrack, just some synth, just some, like, I don't know, it oozes 2012 somehow. All the colors are calibrated to ooze 2012. All the graphics are calibrated to ooze 2012. Even the voyage inside the crystal somehow oozes 2012. I felt like the bit with The Weeknd was a little corny. I also felt like, you know, he does cheat on his wife, but his wife is an annoyance. And the lady he cheats on really does like him. And he's a good father. He just doesn't like his wife. His wife wants a divorce. And then there's the Jewish scene where they have a Jewish meal. And they read the Torah or whatever. You know, normal Adam Sandler stuff. He always talks about he's Jewish and whatnot. But he has a basketball chum. And the basketball chum wants this pretty jewel. Because he's like, oh man, I need that jewel. And Adam Sandler, of course, not being a criminal, tries to say, no, I'm sorry, you can't have it. I'm offering it up at an auction. But the basketball chum is like, please, I want it. Now, it's implied Adam Sandler did not steal this jewel. He got legit. He bought it legit. And then he sells it at auction. And then he tries to sell it to the basketball chum because he's a good chum. He's a good pal. You know, he's an okay guy. He's an okay guy. He does what he thinks is right. He does what he thinks is best. You know, and wow, I thought he'd be a loathsome scoundrel in this movie, but he's not. He's actually a very identifiable, cool character, and he does have a beard. Or, you know, a little stubble, but everyone said how intense this movie was. It's not too intense. The hoodlums do strip Adam Sandler down once, but that's about it. I mean, I guess they kind of beat him up, but it's not really intense until, like, the last scene. I'm not going to spoil how it ends. But, wow, I wasn't expecting that, and all I'll say is, I guess it's because they're hoodlums and idiots, and don't care about what a genius Adam Sandler is, and what a smart guy he is. What an intelligent guy. he made the bang, you know. I'm not gonna spoil it, but the ending is great. The ending is really good. I didn't expect the ending. Or actually, I mean, I guess I kind of did, because he has a bulletproof glass door and he just kind of opens it. But he's a doofus. He doesn't know. You know, I think these fellas who he lends the money to, he doesn't know that they're hoodlums or thugs, because he has a cousin with them or something, and he's like, oh, you know. But, you know, he's a doofus. He doesn't know what he's doing. Is Uncut Gems funny? Nah. I'd say more than the script. I kind of like the atmosphere. The sets are really good. Like, the sets are excellent. And the soundtrack is pretty lit. And the trippy crystal sequences are also very good. But there's only 3 of them, so watch out. And, what else? Gosh, it's just a good movie all over. You know, I didn't expect that good movie. Is it as good as Jack and Jill? Nah, not really. Is it a movie you can watch? Sure. You can watch it, you can get pumped up, you can enjoy it, you know, you can enjoy it. It's Adam Sandler, he's okay, you know, he's 40 or 50 or whatever age he is now. You know, he's trying something new. It doesn't really work, because all I can envision him as is a hurley boy who wants to sleep in your bed. But, you know, it's his deal, so I guess so. I guess at the end of the day, you know, it's an okay movie. It's not as good as Jack and Jill, and many people would disagree with me on that, but it's competent. You know, it's competent. It's Adam Sandler. I enjoyed it. I didn't hate it. I really thought I wouldn't like it, but I settled in and I noticed, wow, this is a well choreographed, well executed, suspenseful thriller, kind of about a hapless doofus as he goes about on his day. And again, I never hate Adam Sandler in it. He is always just the hapless doofus who makes kind of the wrong choices and ends up getting screwed. And, you know, it's very frustrating to watch him as he just falls in from one thing to another. But the basketball guy is very good. I thought the part with The Weeknd was a little like rubbing it in the face. It was 2012, but you know, overall, competent movie. I give it 8 out of 10 stars. Jack and Jill is what I'd call near perfect. 10 out of 10. Uncut Gems gets 8 out of 10. It's a very good movie. Safdie Brothers clearly tried, and it's not like any movie I've ever seen before, so I gotta give it that. Great movie. So that's about it, you know. Just thought I'd review the Adam Sandler movie, because I gotta say, I didn't think he'd be good in it, but, you know, it's okay.